Your attention, please.
I've been playing Doom 3 recently, and in my attempt to be a responsible parent, I don't try to play that game around my young boys. Given the subject matter at hand, and of course the violence involved, it's not something I proactively try and put in front of their faces. Me and my wife work hard to do what most people would agree is the right thing to do as parents, which is actually pay attention to what's happening in the media, in TV, in movies, in video games, and everything. And don't let governing bodies try and do that for us. We're the parents, that's our job, that's what we try and do. At the same time, we also work hard to make sure that our kids understand that what they see in video games, in movies, in TV, is not real. Unless, of course, maybe something on Discovery Channel, but I think you get where I'm going with this. We set that line between fantasy and reality, and what you see on the screen doesn't reflect what's going to be able to happen in real life. Don't pull up manholes in the middle of the street looking for Ninja Turtles. Don't jump off a roof thinking you can survive. Don't play with guns. They kill people in real life. I saw someone post on a video recently, not of mine, on another video, that it's not that hard to do. And really, it's not, to make sure that your kids can understand and appreciate that difference between fantasy and reality. So back to why I mentioned I've been playing Doom 3 recently. So I was playing, and usually I try and wait till they're gone to bed, but they were off in another room keeping themselves busy, so I thought, well, maybe I'll be able to sneak in a little bit of gameplay. Sure enough, whenever I'm doing something and they're awake, they come in to make sure that it's not something they want to partake in. And my 7-year-old happened to see what I was playing, and I asked what it was, and I told him what it was, and he saw maybe a couple minutes, and then I stopped. So a week goes by, something like that, and I say, oh, I'm going to play a game. Please actually let me stop right there and say, in between that week, there was definitely times with my boys where we were outside, playing in the snow. We were doing arts and crafts inside, playing with toys, using imagination, reading, all those other good things. So it's not like all I do is play games and make them watch me. Just wanted to make sure we were clear on that one. So anyway, I say, I'm going to play a game. And my 7-year-old says, ooh, you're going to play Doom 3. I said, I don't know if I want to play that one. And he says, how come? And I say, well, I don't really like playing that with you around. I mean, there's lots of scary monsters in it, and you're shooting them. So I'm not sure if I really want to play that around you. And he gives me a look, and he says, they're just pretend monsters. It works! Telling your kids things sometimes actually works. And that got me thinking, well then what should I do? Because he obviously understands that there's that difference in fantasy and reality, and this isn't the first time where he's made that clear to me. But it got me thinking about specific instances and wondering, well then should I play or not? Because if I start putting emphasis on why he shouldn't watch it when he already knows and has demonstrated he knows and treated me like a moron for not realizing it myself, that's just pretend. I get it. Well, if I put emphasis on still not wanting him to see that kind of stuff, am I making the fantasy part seem more real than it really is? Am I stressing too much importance on what it is than just a game if I try and shelter him from it when it's been made clear he gets it? Now, I'm not saying we're going to go watch Total Recall, you know, the original one, or RoboCop, or something like that. You know, there's no need to bombard him like crazy now or anything like that. It just happened to be an instance that just came up kind of just in conversation. It's not like I shoved something in his face and said, tell me what do you think of this? But I think it raises an interesting point. And I think it helps remind us, sometimes, kids can understand a lot more than we give them credit for.